From Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, number 18, Alex Roux. At center from Brookfield, Nova Scotia, number 10, Shanae Skillian. And striker from East West, Nova Scotia, number 31, Brian Gillis. Fans would like to acknowledge that we are embarking the ancestral and unceded territory of the Rocky Mountain. We honor their past, present, and ongoing connection to this land. Ladies and gentlemen, today, November 11th, is Remembrance Day, where we honor the brave men and women from across Canada and our very own communities who have served and continue to serve our country with courage and sacrifice. Their dedication and selflessness have helped shape the peace and safety we enjoy today and remind us of the importance of compassion, respect, and unity in this great nation. We remember those who never came home and those who came home forever changed. We also thank the members of our Canadian Armed Forces who continue to serve around the world today, representing this country with honor and pride. Locally right now, we'd like to acknowledge members of today's game that serve as firefighters, military, and police in our community. From your East Lands Penguins, we'd like to recognize Taylor Burke, Brett Armstrong, Ryan Daly, John Mason, Travis Chalmers, and Aaron David. And from the English Bulldogs, Eric Decision. Fans would also like to welcome to the ice members of the Enfield, Elmsdale, and Shubenacadie Royal Canadian Legion. The presidents from the Shubenacadie Legion, please welcome Mike Chapman. From the Enfield Legion, Jeff Hare. And from the Elmsdale Legion, Scott Pearl. With team captains Brad Kennedy of the Bulldogs and Taylor Burke of your Penguins, please join our individuals over here for tonight's ceremonial puck drop. And if anybody has a puck, that would be great. Fans, at this time, we'd ask everybody to please rise if you're able and join us in a moment of silence as we remember and give thanks to all that have served and those who continue to serve our great nation. Thank you. Fans, we ask that you remain standing and remove your hats for the playing of O Canada.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Keith Miller Arena here in beautiful Lance, Nova Scotia for this NSHL matchup, a special Remembrance Day game here on this sunny Tuesday afternoon. Before we get started, we would first like to thank those who have served and who continue to serve to allow us the opportunity to play this great game of hockey. With all that said, this matchup between the undefeated Antigonish Bulldogs and the undefeated Penguins, only one team is going to leave here with an undefeated record. Starting in goal first for the Penguins, a local guy, number 31, Brian Gillis. And at the other end for the Bulldogs, number 1, Justin Samara. Both these goaltenders with plenty of experience. Samara suiting up for the St. Mary's Huskies, and Gillis with a really good stint in the Newfoundland Senior Hockey League. But we're going to get to action here first. My name is Matt Dudelay for High Button Sports alongside my producer Logan Carruthers. We're ready to go, and the Bulldogs are going to get first touch here. Blunden across to his partner, Alex Saunders. That one going to be dumped in by Jimmy Scullion. And behind the goal now. First hit thrown in behind. It's up the right side. Unable to hold the line are the Penguins. Through the middle. Turned over. Scullion back the other way with a step to the backhand. Forehand there and just missed on the right side. A little bit of pep in Scullion's step here this afternoon. Is back for number 27, Ryan Daly. Moves it up the left side. Now onto the right side here. Chipped inside for Rude. Rude trying to chip it out front. Now it's going to be picked up by Wenzel. Wenzel back to the point from Daly. A shot was redirected wide. Now as Pound picks it up, he's going to try and push it back through the middle. Captain Taylor Burke, former Gatineau Olympic. Back to the point for Schufelt. Shot there up into the glove of Samara. And we'll have our first whistle of the game. Another packed house here at the Igloo in East Hants. Near capacity crowd. Roxy's bumping up top, and it's filled in all around the glasses. Senior hockey is alive and well here in East Hants, Nova Scotia. Face off to the left side of Samara now. Burke on the draw. He's got Schufelt on his right. Worked in behind the goal now. Spears, former St. Francis Xavier player. It's going to be chipped off the wall now. It's going to go to Spears, chips it to himself, 2-on-3, back the other way. Spears, pull, shot, he scores! Regan Spears hits the crowd into it early on a peel and drag shot that goes up over the glove of Samara. And the Penguins faithful on their feet early here as Regan Spears continues his strong play here for this Penguins team, his 8th point of the season. And that'll put him into the league tie, 4 points. I do believe it was Spears from Thompson, but we'll wait for the official call here. But a good start here for the Penguins on home ice. Thompson will take the ensuing face-off here off the goal. Work down now is Speck Meek. Back for Thompson. Over to the right side. We're right in the mix here, so got to be aware as the commentator as well. Now it's going to be picked up here. Pulled up by there, Nick Marr. Thompson turns it over and behind his own goals. He wheels down the left side. Finds some space over on the left for Schufelt. Chipped into the middle. Burke touches it for Spears. Tried to pull it back through his feet. Couldn't get it to go. So Spears from Burke. And speak of the devil there, Burke will get on the corner. He's going to take a bump down there. Stays on his feet though, however. Burke up top. Schufelt one-time shot deflected up and off the glass. Thompson pinching down as Burke comes in, throws a hit. And away go the Bulldogs here in transition. That's Zach Fitzgerald. Moves around. Noseworthy went for the big hit. He had him in the trolley tracks, and he just got off. That's part of Noseworthy's game. Up the right side. That pass intended for Noseworthy. Doesn't get to him. Now he's going to find a lane in through the middle and had it poked off his stick there as he got tangled up with a few Bulldogs players. Back for it now. Tyler Pike spins it behind his own goal. He's got a man on him in Kyle. Jake Kyle eases off. Big hit thrown down there by Cody Grant. As now Mikhail Parker. He's going to have a step. Parker to the backhand, back to the forehand, and couldn't beat Samara, but a delayed penalty on the play. And it's going to be a 2-minute slashing penalty, and it looks like it's going to go to the Antigonish Bulldogs. And it's going to be number 10, Luke Baldwin. First power play of the game is going to go to the Penguins here. Burke, Thompson, Schufelt, and Ralph here. Oh, and Spears as well, sorry. Thompson over to the left side. Schufeld, opportunity, tries to go backdoor. He does, little touch pass back. Oh, what a save, Samara. Spears was in tight. And he's just going to go and make sure everything's all good down there with Samara. Samara, a former Yarmouth Junior A Mariner. And moved on to the St. Mary's University, and now nice to see him staying in the game here. Looks like he's going to be okay. He'll go for a quick rip into the corner, make sure everything's all good.
Let's make some noise for the Panhandles power play.
Power play continues here for the Penguins. Right side, Burke fires it down low. Ralph back up top to Burke on the half wall, looking for his options. Back in behind the goal now, Cedric Ralph. He's going to take a bump, able to get it up to the left side point, though held in by Schufelt. And now that's going to be sent the length of the ice by the Bulldogs. Brian Gillis out to play it. Leave it there for Will Thompson. Thompson will wait for his recruits to get into position here for the power play breakout. Now is Burke. Finds Schufelt down the left side. Schufelt with some speed. A shot there. Nice save made by Samara. Up off the shoulder. But Schufelt continues on. He'll wheel around the top of the zone. Back over to the right side for Thompson. Thompson back for Schufelt. Schufelt in front. Blocked along the way. Bouncing puck held in quickly across the ice. Thompson able to get a beat on it here as he's going to work in. Back up top, Burke moves it across quickly. All the way up to the point. Schufelt had to hurry. Turned in front, down for Ralph. Poked it. And that one's going to come outside the zone. So the Penguins are going to have to re-rack here in the neutral zone. 45 seconds left to go here in the man advantage. Shot there, short-handed off the stick of Bryce Thompson. Is shouldered aside by Gillis. Now it's going to be pushed back in here by Mikhail Parker for the Penguins. Half a minute left to go now in the man advantage. Up the right side now is Scullion. Scullion winds one up, shot there. Great shot for a rebound. Rebound comes loose, and Parker lost his footing there. Just the 18 seconds left to go. Work down low for Noseworthy. Through his feet. Oh, front Noseworthy was a shot there. That one just goes wide. Back to the point. Pound. Back down low. Parker works it back up top. Good box here from the Bulldogs. Parker looking for his options. Penalty about to expire. As Baldwin back to his feet, and he's into the plays. You'll just see him enter your screen now. Big hit over there on the left side, but the puck's going to stay in. Carter Ansems, the big man for the Bulldogs. He's going to try and work it out of the zone, but Noseworthy on the good forecheck. Heads up there. Just dodged a hit. Now Baldwin's going to go back the other way, and he's just going to get the red line, get it in deep, and the Bulldogs will start a change. Gillis out to play it. Daly up the right side for Scullion. Scullion cross ice for Ty Hunter. The local man, Ty Hunter, tries to center. He's going to cycle it down deep. Ansems moves it up the right side there for McPherson. McPherson will fire that all the way up to the far blue line for Aaron Brown. Brown works down the left side. He'll carry up and the goal line. Shot towards the goal. Gillis the save. He works it into the corner, and it's picked back up here by Sam Grant. That one back to the point. Makes its way outside the zone. Hunter hard on the forecheck, but it's Brian McDougall back for it as he works it across for Blunden. Blunden, cross ice right on the tape. Entering the zone now, the Bulldogs. Sam Grant tries to go cross ice. It's off a set of skates, and it's going to come outside the blue line. Hunter looking for that loose puck as Connor Baker in to help out. Cross ice for Brown and called on the offside. And that's interesting situation for Aaron Brown there, as he actually is a Hockey Nova Scotia official, working his way up the ranks. So his brothers are out here in the stripes, so don't hear him complain too much about the calls. So 14-10 left to go here in the first period, a 1-0 lead for the Penguins off the stick of Spears earlier on in the frame. Connor Rogers moves it over to the left side. Armstrong chips it inside the blue line, makes it to the top of the circle. It's going to come all the way back out to the right side. Now Cody Grando with the step. 2-on-0 now for the Bulldogs. Cross ice pass was deflected, and that one went wide. It's both East Hants Penguins defenders caught offensively in the play. Now as McDougall's going to fire that back the other way. Bulldogs now able to pick it up. That's Fougier in over the line. He's going to fire a shot on goal, and Gillis gloves it down easily, and he will cover it up. Shots on goal so far here in the first period, 5-3 in favor of the Penguins. And they got a 1-0 lead. So the inaugural season here for the Nova Scotia Senior Hockey League seems to be doing just fine so far. Some really strong teams and some real good crowds at the end of the day. It's a community event. And so far, East Hants coming out in flocks. Can't speak for the other rinks as I haven't been there quite yet, so those of you that know me know I don't live very far from the arena here, so a little bit easier to speak on that. Nice move there as Ralph. He's going to get it by everybody, but it hits the official and goes up and into the Antigonish bench and out of play. So we'll have a whistle here. Face off here just across from us in the booth. Face off won by the Bulldogs. Partnered across through the middle. That one's not going to find anybody, and that's going to go the length of the ice for icing. I'd like to thank you all for joining us here on this beautiful Remembrance Day. Seems there's a need for this league. And just an extended version of the career here for a lot of folks. I know if this was a few years ago, I might have still tried to lace them up, but I think one hit would probably end my career out there now. As the lights come on in the crowd here at the Igloo. Work back down low. Noseworthy chips it in front. Parker back for Noseworthy and couldn't get it to go. Good defensive play in front from the Bulldogs. Daly now. He'll carry it deep. Picked off. It's Brad Kennedy. He's going to get that out into the neutral zone, and the Penguins will have to regroup. Inside the zone. Looks like the clock frozen up. Down low shot there. And another opportunity here. Back in deep. It's going to be worked out of the zone. All the way back for Speck Meek. Sorry about that, folks. Just wanted to get the timekeeper's attention here. So it's going to be worked through the middle, right onto the stick of Root as he enters the zone. Gets a step around Anthem, and he had it poked off his stick there at the last moment, and that's going to get in on to Samara. And he'll cover it up. Action so good, nobody even noticed the clock. Usually that's the first thing you hear the parents yelling, the clock, the clock. A couple extra minutes for the fellas to play here, no big deal. So face off to the left side of Samara now. It's going to be Brown and Burke on the draw, and it's cleanly won by Brown. Ansom's on that loose puck as he partners it across for his partner Baldwin. Up the right side there. Not sure what happened, but Tyler Pike lost his stick, but the faceoff's going to come back outside the zone. 12:51 left to go here now in this first period. Faceoff just outside the Bulldogs' defensive blue line. Burke loses the draw to Brown. Works back to the defense. Up the right side. Nice chip into the middle from Aaron Brown as that's going to get in deep now. And Gillis out to play it as he leaves it there for Pike. Pike press from both sides. In there. Double forecheck for the Bulldogs. And they're going to play with that puck here for a moment, but it's poked free here by the Penguins. Schufelt dodges ahead. Heads up there. Spears. Puck escaped him. Now as Pike's going to get on the forecheck as Fougier back. Fougier takes a little bit of a bump but stays on the puck. It's going to spin off now. Burke in there to help out. The old sneak attack, close post. Burke battling 1-on-3 down low. Spears now with it in the corner. Spears battling with Fougier. He comes away with that puck. And now he's finally taken down. Puck's to the point, and it just comes out. Pike now had it stripped. Brown back the other way. He's got a step on the left side. He'll stop up. Cross ice pass, and whoa. Little bit of a kick in behind those legs there. The vicious slew foot, but no harm, no foul. And it goes unnoticed now as Brown. Nice move. Couldn't get around, though. Now Burke picks it up here in transition. He's got Hunter with him. Burke holds on to the right side, slides into the middle, finds the loose puck now, battling for it as he takes a bump down there from Barrett to Shizen. I'll get that one right by the end of the night, folks. Bear with me. Pinned up in the corner and pulled out of the crowd. Just dodging a hit there was Baker coming in with the swinging stick. Over to the right side, picked up now by Jake Kyle. Kyle couldn't get through the defender as Devin Marr getting his first look here as he's taken down. Back towards the goal. Gillis kicks it aside. Decision gets it in deep. Cody Grant now looking for Decision back out front. He gets a stick on him, but that one goes wide. Good push back for here from the Bulldogs. Jake Kyle in there. Lots of bodies being thrown. Decision firing his weight around former Halifax Moosehead and Halifax McDonald. So staying local. And then he moved on to play for the University of Windsor. Nice to see these guys keeping their hockey careers going, or at least having the option. Now is down the right side. That's Blunden. That's the left side, folks. Blunden into the corner. He takes a bump. Will Thompson now pokes it free. Hunter takes the outlet pass as he comes through in support. He's going to get the red line and get it in deep, and he'll head back for a change. Reverse there by Mahar. Now it's Anthems. Up the left side. Couldn't get it to go. Will Thompson into the middle. Good job to stay on side. They're going to move it down the left side. Opportunity shot. He scores. Mikhail Parker on the feed. Gets in all alone, and he goes 5-hole on Samara, and it's 2-0 Penguins. It's a tough bounce out in the neutral zone, and the Bulldogs got caught on the change. And a great feed from Ralph there. That's what happens when you have your heads up, folks. Found that loose puck. Slid it over to Ralph, and I'm not sure if that's where Ralph was trying to go, but they all look the same on the score sheet, folks, and it's a 2-0 lead now. So back to center ice we go. Nick Mahar on the draw against Ralph. Thompson swings it back there for Speck Meek. Speck Meek's going to set up him behind his own goal here. Noseworthy will release up the right side. That'll draw the defenseman out of the zone, and that's going to open up some space here in neutral ice for the Penguins to break out. Nice pass. Ralph with a good head of steam. Puck still there. Samara able to find that loose puck. Potential melee in front of there is pushed to the side, and we'll get a face-off here, and the face-off will come to the left side of Samara. So goaltender Brian Gillis for East Hants here. Actually played for the Bulldogs when they were a junior A team back in the day. And also a little fun fact, maybe won't be as fun for you guys, but played beer league as a forward for the last 3 or 4 seasons, and actually has the league record for goals. Not that that means too much, but the guy can do it all is basically what I'm saying. So right now we're gonna bring out the ice crew here. East Hants Penguins. Getting the kids involved here, folks. That's what it's all about. Not sure if you can hear it through your screen here, but they're interviewing one of the kids here over to the side, and they asked what his favorite part about hockey was, and his response, the penalty box. That's my kind of guy. We're going to try and get the Go Pens Go chant going here. I will say, folks, I took some time to walk around here around the arena before game time, and pretty good show they're putting on here. All the workers and volunteers in their yellow jackets and Pens hats. They got security. The canteen is bumping. They have all kinds of stuff going on here. So a big community event here in East Hants, and they've shown up here in big numbers. Just a quick TV timeout that I was unaware of, but no harm done. Kids are still out there buzzing. As you can see there on your screen. You know what? They're not leaving until the job's done, and you got to appreciate that. Shout out to their parents. Noseworthy, a new father himself. He's going to go over and let them know nicely that it's time to go, but that's the moment for those kids, something maybe they'll cherish forever. Who knows? So we're back to gameplay here. 9:53 left to go in the first. Face-off inside the Bulldog zone. So it's going to be Ralph and McPherson on the draw. Ralph wins it back right through the feet of Noseworthy. Sometimes you win it so clean, you don't really have an opportunity to make a play on it. So Thompson now will start the breakout as he takes a bump. Ralph unable to get the puck outside the zone as Thompson stepped up for the hit. And on the forecheck there was Thompson, not Thompson. Have to make sure I distinguish that one clearly. So Speck Meek back for it. Thompson will get back in support. Noseworthy swinging. Back for Thompson. And a reverse hit thrown down there, and that'll get a grasp from the crowd as Noseworthy gets tangled up. Down the right side, Ralph, one-time shot there, and that was off the stick of Thompson. A little extra pushing and shoving back there behind the goal, but Noseworthy, no stranger to that. Actually, one of my really good buddies, Mr. Noseworthy, so always fun to see one of your buddies still doing their thing out there. And I also have a little bit more information, but we'll wait to get into that. Scullion wins the draw across for Wenzel. Wenzel, another opportunity at the side of the goal. Rude bangs at it, and Samara stays strong and covers it up here. So another whistle. So Wenzel and Spears both suiting up for the Amherst Ducks last season. A little bit less of a drive for those two fellas now. Chipped inside the zone. Battling down there is Fougier for the Bulldogs. Rude is in there as well. 2-on-2 down low. Wenzel in to help out as well. Poked free. That's McDougall. He turned it over. He'll finish his check now, and Rude went for the big hit, the flying elbow, and doesn't connect now as Armstrong. Oh, front tipped in front by Rude. And it's going to be covered up here by Samara. Well, Rude takes the extra bump, and when you know it, Jimmy Scullion's going to get in there and slow things down a little bit. Scullion suiting up for the Brookfield Elks a few years back, and let me tell you, the guy did it all. Dropped the mitts, scored some goals, threw some hits, and kind of keeps you accountable out there, so nice to see the local-ish guys still making their mark. So Burke on the draw, wins it cleanly. Schufelt can't hang on as Grant comes through. He'll run into Daly, but he moves over to the far side now for Kyle. Jake Kyle stops up. He'll reverse, wait for the trailer. Into the middle of the ice. Poked free. Nice little play there. As Spears moves it up the left side. Burke tries to pull it back, spin around, and blows a tire. Now Kyle has got Grant in behind, turned over. Held inside the zone. Chipped low. Nice little area pass there for Burke. Burke looking for a backdoor there. He had Spears at the back post. There's another shot out front. That's into the pads, and now Burke taken down. He's just going to continue on. And Schufelt, good angle. He's going to force some traffic. Puck moved up to the middle of the ice. Kyle looking for that loose puck, but it's poked free. Grant. And over the line all by himself. He'll lean. He'll shoot. Gillis is going to play it, and he's just going to keep things rolling here. Likes what he sees from his team so far, so he's going to keep things moving. Spears pokes that free. Down into the right side corner. He's carrying behind the net, trying to eat some ice here, wait for some recruits. Back out to the point, but Speck Meek couldn't quite get there in time. So out on the forecheck is Brad Kennedy. Chipped up and lofted over. Is Thompson able to get that in deep? Samar out to play it, and he leaves it there for Ansems. Ansems around the right side of the net. He's forced to the left side there by Noseworthy. Ansem's going to fire up a clap bomb. Gillis won at the icing call, but I think the release of the puck was probably from the correct side of the red line. I do probably have the best view of it here in the arena. Now it's going to be bounced in. Gillis had to be careful. Ball player, though, so he understands bounces. Parker, Baldwin pinches. Nice little underneath for support, and Ralph, he can fly down the left side. He's going to hit the trailer as Nosey couldn't pick it up. Into the corner now. Ralph tried to center. Forced a pass and off a set of skates now is back the other way. Goes Kennedy. Kennedy's got Fitzgerald with him. Kennedy cuts into the middle of the ice. Heads up there. He drops it back for Baldwin, but wasn't able to pick it up. So 6:40 left to go here in the first period. 10-6 the shots here in favor of the Penguins. Thompson tried to feed it across. Parker, good job to stay on side. He's all alone. He'll stop up. Takes a bump from Fougier. Now he'll complete the change. Scullion in on the forecheck. He'll run into Baldwin. That's going to be lofted up the ice. Wenzel looking for that loose puck. Pokes it free. Now Scullion's going to go back the other way here for the Penguins. He's got Rude and Wenzel with him. Nice feed there from Scullion down the left side. Wenzel's shot there towards the goal. And that one goes far side into the corner now as we're going to have another transition play. Armstrong went for the hit. Couldn't connect. Dumped in by the Bulldogs. Gillis out to play it. Outlet pass up for Wenzel right on the tape. Little chip pass for Scullion, and the Penguins exit the zone. Scullion into the middle. Cross-ice pass for Rogers. Shot there off the post. Connor Rogers had a chance, and he couldn't beat Samara's old buddy, the Iron. Zone entry 101, folks. That was beautiful. Eat enough ice. Wait for the trailer. Catch everyone defend. Bouncing puck. Armstrong finds the bouncing puck out front. Scullion now into the right corner. Works it around. Saucer pass, cross, Rogers, another crack at it, tipped in front, rebound, nice save, Samara. Rude on the doorstep is denied by the right pad of Samara. Cross ice pass for Armstrong, shot there, that was deflected wide. Scullion in to finish his check. And now we're gonna have a delayed penalty here. And we got a couple extra, we might have a fight here. Got a couple gloves being shaken. So it's going to be Brett Armstrong, 2 minutes for interference, as you saw the official there give the signal. So it's to the power play now for the Bulldogs. Face off, won by the Bulldogs to the right side for Mahar. He gets it to the goal, but it's kicked aside by Gillis. Daly on the loose puck. He's going to get in behind the goal. Wenzel down for support, but that's going to go off the glass and all the way down the ice. As the Penguins will get a much-needed clear here as we just get under the 5-minute mark here of the first period. Baldwin across for Mahar. Mahar all the way up the right side for Brown. Brown able to pick it up on his skate. As the puck will go into the corner. Great job by the official there, by the way, folks, to get out of the way of that one. Left point for Baldwin. Penguins will get set up in the box. Across for Mahar. Down low, trying to force one to the net. They do. Opportunity. Brown fakes a shot, goes back to Mahar. Had me sold. Back to the right side, Mahar. He walks in, shoots there, and Gillis with the save. And he'll hang on. And a big cheering section up there for Mr. Brian Gillis. It's kind of the beauty parts of senior hockey, folks. You're able to stay local. You can have your family and friends in attendance, and Gillis has 3 or 4 boys. At this point, it's hard to keep up, but just hockey crazy household, so nice for them to be able to see their father in between the pipes. The Penguins are going to be able to clear now. Scullion back down the other way. He's got Mara with him. Scullion rips a shot and didn't want to take any chances and send that puck back the other way, already shorthanded, so that was deflected up and out of play. So the faceoff will stay inside the Bulldog zone. A minute or 2 left to go here in the man advantage. It's going to be Scullion and Marr here for the Penguins. On the kill with Thompson and Speck Meek. McDougall now. He'll set up in his own zone. He's got a man on the left side. That's going to be picked up there by Decision. Decision trying to work its way through. He's going to find that loose puck once again. Spins off on the half wall. Marr battling hard, able to get the puck to the point, but not out. Back for McDougall. He winds. He fires. First save made by Gillis. Now Thompson able to clear it, and it'll get out into the neutral zone, and that's as far as it'll go. Saucer pass attempt. Thompson, good read. He steps up down the right side. Good defensive play there from Cal McPherson. Just kept him to the outside. Didn't need to do anything crazy as Thompson now caught behind the play. But Scullion stays back defensively. Now he's going to get a chance back the other way. Scullion, nice move. Goes back to the right side and just pokes that one towards the net, and that's going to kill off some more precious seconds here for the Penguins. Sam Grant couldn't get that one deep, so Schufelt will loop it back, and that'll pretty well kill the power play here as Armstrong back on his feet and ready to return as he enters your screen there. Schufelt sees what he likes, and he's going to get the red line and get it in deep. Blunden back for it. He's pushing at least 6'4" out there, at least on skates. Down the left side, that's going to get by everybody, and that's going to be a delayed icing here, and it will go for icing now as the Penguins will get an offensive zone face-off with just under 3 minutes to go here in the first period. Real good period of hockey here from both sides. 11-7, the shots here in favor of the Penguins. So Burke once again back on the draw here. He'll win it cleanly back for Rogers. Rogers leans and fires. That one was blocked along the way. In behind. Bulldogs trying to exit the zone. They bank one out into the neutral zone. Rogers will loop it back there for Pike. Pike back for Rogers on the anchor. He's going to move it up the right side. A little chip pass. Right in the danger zone here for the dump-ins, but no big deal. Chipped off the wall. Can't get it to go. Now it's going to get in behind, and the Bulldogs were inside the blue line when the puck got there, so That one's going to be called on the offside. He didn't like the call, though, however. Number 71 not on the old game card here, so he's just going to have to go with 71 now for his name until I figure it out. 2:25 left to go here in the first. Poke free off the face-off. Now it's Parker. Had it poked off his stick. Baldwin now. Nice spin move there. Good edge work as Ansems is going to get it. Ansems up the right side. Noseworthy into the lane to intercept. And the puck's poked back inside the Bulldog zone. Nice second effort there from Ansems, but it's going to go all the way down the ice for icing. Ansems from Canning, Nova Scotia. Played some time in the Q and also in the MHL, or the MJHL, I guess, depending on what area you're speaking of. A lot of really good ex-junior players here in this league, folks. So if you get an opportunity to get to the rink to see a game, I would highly suggest it. So 2:05, could be 2:09. Couple of the lights burnt out here at the Igloo. Pound will step up as Fitzgerald moves down the left side. Him and Pound get tangled. Noseworthy now. He'll lean in and initiate contact. He'll chip it free, and like that play there from Noseworthy. Didn't force it up the right wing wall. That's exactly his position, so puts it into a quiet area and hopes that his teammate can win a foot race. As he's back for it now, he'll spin around. He's going to get that puck out. Tries to knock it down, but the puck's going to be lofted inside the zone. 95 seconds left to go here in the first. Stopped up in behind. Kennedy thought about forechecking there for a moment, but instead he'll ease off and head to the bench now as Ralph stops up. He'll leave it there for Parker. He takes a bump. Parker pokes that free. Spears uses that big body of his to protect that puck. Over to the right side, Thompson. Thompson through a crowd. Didn't quite make its way to the goal. Back to Thompson again. Nice blocker save, Samara, as that one goes all the way to the far hash marks. And chipped back down inside the zone. Parker, he takes a bump. Good play there from Deschizen. Cross ice pass, Fougier. Down the left side, he'll loft one in, and somehow Jake Kyle was able to get a stick on it, lost his neck piece in the meantime, so he's going to have to head off, as far as I know. It's Thompson through the middle. Burke picks it up on the backhand. He's going to go right down Broadway there and just got tangled up through the traffic jam, wasn't able to get through. Thompson takes a bump. Gets it down for Spears. Spears out to Burke, and it bounced over his stick. 30 seconds left to go. Spec Meek across for Thompson. Thompson lost one on goal. Samara was there for a moment, and Spears was sneaking in behind the net there. Very, very sneaky, sir. But Samara able to cover that up, so we'll have a face-off here inside the Bulldog zone. 27.3 seconds left to go. Not sure what it says on our scoreboard there, but we don't get the decimal point. I'm not the greatest at math, so I don't know which way to go with that one, but we'll say 27 seconds for now. So it'll be Brown and Burke here. Brown, former Halifax McDonald, and also played for the University of Ottawa. Sam Grant trying to get the puck out. Thompson had Brown in behind him, and there's a good hack. They're going to let that one slide. Back for Burke, heads up there quickly, and 10 seconds. We're going to have a whistle here for a slash. And it's going to go to number 77, Zach Speck Meek. So a late power play here for the Bulldogs. They'll get a face-off down to the left side of Gillis with 11.3 seconds left to go. Gillis actually took a few years off to play forward in Beer League and then came back last year and put up a shutout in his first game and was MVP out in Newfoundland, so nice to see him back in a East Hants uniform. I know he's excited. I got to talk to him a few times before the game, and playing in front of a nice sold-out crowd here in East Hants. So 6 seconds left to go towards a goal. Couldn't get it to go. Schufelt got a stick on it. That might do it. Mahar, late shot there, kicked into the corner by Gillis. And that's going to do it here for the first 20 minutes. A 2-0 lead for the Penguins. Shots on goal, 13-8 in favor of the East Hants Senior Penguins. We're going to have an intermission, and we'll be back with second period action. You're watching the Nova Scotia Senior Hockey League here on High Button Sports. Hang tight. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the East Hants Sportsplex, specifically the Keith Miller Arena for period number 2 of the NSSHL. 2-0 lead here for the Penguins, but they will start this period shorthanded. A minute 46 left to go in the man advantage, and let me tell you something here, folks. They're going to have to be aware for this wet ice. Could be acting as a third defender out there as that shot is blocked off the stick of Daly. McDougall across now. Into the middle for Mahar, who returns it right back for Brown. Brown on the left side. He'll go cross ice. One-time chance when swatted away from Gillis. Interesting way to make the save, but a save nonetheless. All the way down onto the goal for Samara. Speaking of the wet ice. And behind there. Nice little pass under the stick now. Cross ice pass right on the stick of Brown. Daly, he's going to have a step there, and they're going to be offside. Liney on the ball on that one. Came shooting across the blue line in a hurry. So the faceoff's going to come just outside the Penguins' blue line here. 1:09 left to go. Pretty well everyone I know from this area is at the game. Partner pass across, right off the draw. Mahar, he's going to take a step there, and he's going to be rubbed out there by Pike. Hunter on the PK here. Opportunity at the side of the goal. Turnaround down to block the shot. Hunter, good stick there. Right side, Mahar, tapped in, back post. Complete chaos in front, and somehow that one stays out of the goal. Gillis, he's going to get that. He fires that off the glass, and that one's going to get out. Heads up there as Maher's going to get it behind the old stick lift, but he couldn't beat the big man, McDougall. Oh, twice the size. That's what you call man strength, folks. Now pulled in. Brad Kennedy, he's going to loop all the way around the zone now. He's going to leave it there for McDougall. McDougall back for Kennedy at the left side. Kennedy looking for the seam pass. He'll find it. Mahar back out front. Good stick. Gillis bouncing puck in behind, and oh my goodness. How is this staying out? It's Gillis spinning around in the crease. One of the defenders with no stick, and the puck somehow stays outside of the goal. And now just 20 seconds left to kill here for the Penguins. Coach Ryan Eisner going to get Spears and Schufelt out there in hopes of getting their third man back out as the penalty expires. So face-off done. Down and work towards a goal. Gillis is going to find that loose puck, and he's just going to hang on. So like I mentioned before the game, both these teams undefeated, but only one can go home as such. Keep in mind, only 2 or 3 games played. Now is Thompson, fires. That's going to come outside the line. Sam Grant moves it across for Baldwin. Baldwin got Spears on him, turned over. Schufelt, shorthanded shot there. Nice save, Samara, out at the top of the crease. And now it's going to be picked back up here by Kyle. Penalty expired, back to even strength. Through the middle, saucer pass knocked out of midair there by Rogers as he'll initiate contact there. Pulled out of the crowd. Spears back the other way. He's got Schufelt with him. He's tripped up. Play continues. Now over to the left side. Schufelt opportunity. Shot there. Nice reaction save from Samara. Now a centering pass is going to be knocked down out of midair by Samara. And we're going to have a face-off inside the Bulldog zone here. Looks like we're ready to go here now. Burke and Mahar on the draw. Chipped free. Daly holds the line. Didn't have a lane to the net, so he fires it in deep. Picked up there now by Alex Saunders. Saunders up for Kennedy. Kennedy had it poked off his stick. Right in front of us now. Schufelt trying to find the loose puck. Oh, he sneaks a shot through. Samara actually had to be sharp there. Makes a good save. Looking for the stretch pass now. In over the line. Away goes Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald to the trailer. That was Kennedy, but he was tied up. Now it's going to go over to the right side. Parker. Lead pass for Noseworthy. Noseworthy tries to give it back. And couldn't complete the play. Burke got a piece of it. Enough to get it to Daly. Passed out front. Parker looking for the rebound. Spin around now. Pound. Good job. He'll pound it in deep. Burke. Down low. Noseworthy. Had it bounced by him. Parker in now. Noseworthy will force from the other side. Blunden able to reverse it back. Good job to alleviate the pressure there. Setting up in behind the goal now. Saunders up the left side for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald Return pass for Blunden. Blunden into the feet of the official. Wasn't a big fan of that, and I can see why. Ralph now back the other way. Opportunity, holds, shoots. It was deflected. Noseworthy was flying in on the F3. Couldn't get it to him. Parker taken down. Moved up the left side. Noseworthy showing off the hand-eye coordination there as he holds the line. Ralph, spin move. He's going to walk in. Up top, shot there. That one goes high and off the glove side and off the glass and back the other way. Now Kennedy fires that puck. Gillis realized that Andy Ganesh was in on it first, so he came out to play it. That'll negate the icing, of course. Chipped off the wall. Ralph in transition. He enters in over the line. Armstrong joining the play. Cross-ice pass for Parker. Couldn't complete the play. Sam Grant now. He'll lead the charge. In over the line, and big hit there by accident. A centering pass there off a stick and through the crease, and now it's going to be picked up by Fougier. Fougier. Brown now. He's got an opportunity. He works to the left side. Brown still with it. Center shot there into the pads of Gillis. And the puck comes free. Brown back up top for Fougier. Fougier turns, fires. Big block there as Parker sacrificing the body here on Remembrance Day. Rude now. Stays on side. Parker over the line. Nice drop pass. Rude. Nice move. Dodged the hit. Another nice move. They can hear the gasp of the crowd. Couldn't quite get it to go. Nice job there. 17 over the line. Leighton Parsons. Back to the point, Fougier. Parsons, a stick on a kick save there by Gillis. Had to be sharp. Wenzel up the right side. Scullion, he takes a big hit there, and he's just going to take a hit to make a play as that puck goes to Rude. Rude out front, couldn't get it to go to Wenzel. Into the side of the goal now is Samara. He's not going to take any chances. With a couple gold jerseys hanging around, I think that's gold anyways. Could be a little bit of yellow. The face-off to the left side of Justin Samara. Maurer brings that draw over to Hunter. Hunter back to the point for Thompson. Thompson fires it in, hits Liney. Ansem's now looking to go back the other way in transition. Baker just dodged him. Hunter, he stays on it on the left side. He's got Baker going to the net. Hunter flying in, tries to cut back to the middle. Oh, front there, nice save, Samara. Thompson sneaking in from the right side point. Through the middle now. Back the other way. 71, chipping it into the middle, tipped wide. Gillis looking for that loose puck. So it comes all the way up to the point, and we're going to have a penalty in behind the play. And it's going to go to Parsons, and now Marr, and another guy getting tangled up. That's Ryan Kennedy. Now 71 and Connor Baker looking to go back at it, and Baker is a willing participant, that's for sure. So we'll see if coach will let him go. Baker already served a game suspension for a late fight in the last game. He was able to, or wasn't able to play in the home opener if I'm not mistaken, but he's the type of guy that's not going to shy away, so we'll keep our eyes peeled for that. So we are going to have a power play here for the Penguins. And it is Leighton Parsons sitting for two, so 14:40 left to go here in the second period. Face off now. Peeled out of a crowd by the Bulldogs. Spinning, shooting, and that one's going to come all the way down just in front of us. Gillis hugs the boards, and he'll stop it there for Thompson. Burke will swing. Schufelt will swing on the same side. Thompson will stay on the far. He's going to drop it back for Schufelt. Schufelt, he sees a lane, and he's going to try and cut in, but it's poked off his stick. So a little fun thing they do here for power plays in East Hants is a power play goal scored by the Penguins gives a chance to one of the lucky fans to get a free round of golf at the links at Penn Hills. A local course here in Shubenacadie. Real nice spot. I'm a little biased, though, as I do work there, but nice little play there as the puck gets poked in. The Bulldogs are almost back the other way. Thompson without his mitt. And now it's going to be kicked towards a goal. Nice little game within the game there. Thompson's going to take the pass, Son's glove. Over to the right side for Burke. He's going to switch with him so he can go get his mitt. You watch. And there he goes, down to the half wall, looking for that puck. He's going to say no to the glove as a slap shot there from Burke comes through. Thompson in on the forecheck with only one glove. Hopefully he's got good medical. Looking for the cross crease pass. Oh, for Spears. Thompson fires the mitt back on, and he'll get the pass. 40 seconds left to go here in the power play. Burke up at the top. On with the umbrella here, the Penguins. Burke lines up the one-timer there, and that one's a skyscraper up and off the glass, and that'll get chipped back out into the neutral zone. So the Bulldogs got a long defensive change here. The Penguins are aware they can find the space, and they will. Burke there just offside. Now over at the bench area there, I've always been curious in each rink that I played in to see where the benches were, and a lot of the times you see that defensive door inside the blue line. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So we have a look there at Parsons in the penalty box. But these benches here set up on the blue line, but it is a long change here for the Bulldogs, so just something to be aware of. Fougier takes a bump there from Noseworthy. That's going to be lofted back now for Pound. Right side for Scullion. Scullion's got Nosey in the middle. Gets him the pass. Shot there. He scores. Tyler Noseworthy makes it 3-0 late in the power play. And I do believe that's his first of the season. And you look out for that guy once he gets going. And that's got to feel good. 3-0 lead now for the Penguins. As Noseworthy strikes. 13 seconds left on the power play. On their 20th shot of the game. Noseworthy got that, and he got rid of it quickly, but a real good play there from Scullion into the middle of the ice, and they seem to be finding some good chemistry down there for this Penguins lineup. Rude now. He's going to get that, and he'll pump that one in deep. Back for it is McDougall. Wenzel in on the forecheck. So his second of the season. I'm a really bad friend for not knowing that. So my apologies. As Scullion carries it in. Back for Wenzel. Wenzel couldn't pull the trigger. McDougall chips it free. Brown's got a step. Pound. Good job there. Brown, nice job under the stick there. He goes barreling into the sidewall. Looks like he's going to be okay, though. Now back the other way goes Daly. Daly in over the line. He's going to carry. Fougier went for the hip check. Couldn't contain him. Centering pass. Whacked at in the crease. It's loose. Sam Grant can't find another whistle's going to go. Looks like the net off the pegs, and we will have a whistle. So Noseworthy's second on the power play. Most recent goal here. And the Bulldogs were that close to killing that one off and getting back to even strength. Special teams a big factor here in this league so far. A lot of these players coming from pro, junior, whatever the case may be, and not hard for them to pick up the power play. It's not like you're starting out at the grassroots. Kennedy almost got caught cheating there, but they're going to let it slide, and Ansem's off the glass. Oh, front there, nice move, rebound, Noseworthy scores again. 4-0 now for the Penguins. Finds a loose puck in front. An unfortunate bounce there for the Bulldogs as Ansem tried to go off the safe play of glass and out, and it hits one of those stanchions. And it comes right back to the blue line. The Penguins just fired at the net. Noseworthy crashes hard, and he'll get his second of the game, less than a minute. So now we got Noseworthy on Hattie watch here. I just bought this hat, not really looking to fire it on the ice, but at least I know I can get it back. So 4-0 lead here for the Penguins. Rogers, he throws a hit, but he's going to take the worst of that one. Back for it here. Swung around, Baker. Going to chip it off the wall. Hunter is going to get back there. As icing waved off, Hunter gets there first. Chipped off the side of the goal. Armstrong gets a stick on it. But Samara is going to cover it up. So Noseworthy from Ralph and Parker at 8:02 of the second period. So 25-14 the shots now in favor of East Hants. East Hants faithful. East Hants keeps winning. They'll keep showing up. That I know for sure. This game is far from over yet, folks. Bulldogs in over the line. Chipped in. Fitzgerald blows a tire, but he gets in on the forecheck and nearly turns it over. Rogers now. He's going to fire across ice right onto the stick there of Armstrong. Armstrong's got Baker coming in late. Baker takes the pass. Fires it. Shot there. That one was deflected, and it goes wide. Chipped way up and over. Couldn't handle it. Marr looking for that. Gets it up for Baker. Baker picks it up on the backhand. He's going to fire it in deep, and he's going to head for a change. Good smart play there from Connor Baker. Kennedy. Nice pass up the right side for Grant. Grant couldn't get around Thompson. Thompson fired it across for Marr. Marr walks in. He drops it for Spears. Spears, opportunity, fires one. That one just goes wide on the blocker side. Hits the Zamboni doors and stays inside the line, but it's Mahar who picks it up. He's going to grab the red line. He fired that up near Schufelt. Now Grant's going to get in. There was a check on Speck Meek, but it's Thompson who comes away with the puck. Banked off the wall. Burke was coming through in support. Wasn't able to get him the puck there as McDougall stepped up and intercepted. Thompson, left side, Schufelt unintentionally chipped it for Spears. Spears tripped up. Play continues. That's his second play in this period where he was expecting a penalty to be called, but the clearing attempt not out. Speck Meek, cross for Thompson. Thompson, wow. Fantastic patience there at the defensive or the offensive blue line. Tried that the other night in beer league and got it stripped. Over to the left side now, walking in over the line. Thompson to the trailer, McDougall. McDougall, he's going to take a whack, and there's going to be a delayed penalty as Gillis shuts things down at the side of the goal. And it's going to be a slashing call on Regan Spears. So, no, it's not going to go to Spears. It's going to go to Speck Meek, but we are going to step aside here for a quick TV timeout. We'll keep the sound on for you, but you can not listen to me for at least a minute. What a way to spend a birthday here. Watching the East Hants Senior Penguins go to battle here with the Antigonish Bulldogs. Listen, if I was that kid, I'd be pumped to do the same. Happy birthday to that youngster. Big crowd, or big cheer from the crowd rather, and of course, I don't even have to say it, but his favorite number, 67. So the mini Penguins out here cleaning up the ice, doing a great job. So, 9:57 left to go here, just over halfway through this game now. The 4-0 lead for the hometown Penguins. And they're going to be shorthanded here for 2, maybe less. As the face-off cleanly won by the Bulldogs. Work back to the point. Baldwin across for Mahar. Mahar walks in, shot there right into the breadbasket of Gillis. And that one's going to be sent the length of the ice. Now Hunter's going to give chase. Hunter, fresh out of junior, youngster on this team, I guess you could say. Him and his brother actually run training for local hockey players down there in Enfield. But giving back to the community and staying on the community team, as that's going to be sent down the ice by Gillis. And there's that old beer league shot coming in handy. Always nice to have a goaltender that can play the puck, kind of eliminate the forecheck, but also give you another stick to clear as he does there. So now the Bulldogs will get going on the breakout. Baldwin across from Mahar. Nice area pass there as Scullion will run into him. Chip there, and that one out into the middle. Now Scully and Mahar get tangled up. Moved over to the right side. Brown runs into some traffic. Couldn't get it to go. Scullion cut back. He takes a bump. And that's going to be whistled on the offside as Brown thought he saved it from getting in, but now we're going to have some extra pushing and shoving here. And let me tell you something, folks. I have yet to be on the mic for a fight, but I think the Penguins are probably going to be a little bit smart here with a 4-goal lead. Don't want to give Antigonish any momentum. Now, I could be wrong. I didn't fight very much, so I don't really know the protocol. But the Bulldogs are able to take possession here. Sam Grant walks in. He's going to loft one over to the left side. It was knocked down out of midair by Grant, and it was poked off his stick and back out into the neutral zone. McDougall, rolling puck, had to be careful. Maher on him. Maher throws a hit. And over the line, Grant. Now it's down the right side. Opportunity there for Kyle. Couldn't get it to go to the front of the net. Now Grant picks up the loose puck. He'll push it in behind the goal. Armstrong, he'll lead with the body. Puck stays inside. Tied up on the half wall. Grant got it to the point. Kyle keeps it in. Grant finds the puck again. Shot there. That one got through Armstrong somehow and kicked aside by Gillis. McDougall winds, fires. That was blocked. Back up top. Kyle back down low. That's Jake Kyle. Kyle's not his first name. Back down low for Grant. Grant, he protects the puck. Passes it out front. That was on the stick for McPherson. He's battling down there. Pike, 2 of them in behind the goal. Mara's going to poke it free. He's got it on the backhand. He's going to send it out. Perfect timing there as Speck Meek He's going to move it into the middle. They work it across. Armstrong going to have to work back onside. Good job by Marr. Armstrong to the trailer. Wenzel had it poked off his stick as we're back to even strength. Wenzel looking for that loose puck. Can't find it. Now what Thompson does. And he's going to walk in. He's got Noseworthy. Back door opportunity. Good play there from Blunden. Noseworthy on the back door looking for the free hat. As he'll work into the F3 position now. 71 through. Ralph can buzz with the best of them. Nice little play. Pushes it into an area. He'll lean into his man. Holds the line. Now it comes out through the feet of Rogers. Poked free. Good play there from Rogers. Also a former Junior A Mariner. So he's just going to get the red line. Good job by Nosey to stay on side there. I keep calling him Nosey, and that's just out of habit, folks, so my bad. On the guy a long time now as the Bulldogs back the other way, up the left side for 71, who I still have yet to figure out who it is. So he tries to center. Picked up there now by Ryan Kennedy. Kennedy down low on net weakly. Gillis able to get a pad on it now is Thompson. He's going to take a bunk, and that's going to get out of play here. And that's going to be a free puck for me later. One more for my pond hockey season. So 6:42 this period, flying right along here. 2 goals in this period so far. 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Noseworthy with both goals here in the second frame. Face off. Taken by Schufelt, and he's just going to head right down Broadway. Nice move, inside out. Schufelt all alone. Backdoor there for Spears, and it was into his feet. Now worked in behind. Schufelt back on it. He'll cycle it down low. Spears, he'll protect the puck. Worked up top. Daly works to the middle. Fires it across for his partner, Pound. Pound fakes a shot. Back to the middle. Backhand pass down low. Burke, spin around top of the circle. Shot there, blocker side. Nice save, Samara through a crowd. Daly couldn't handle the pass from Spears as that's going to get all the way down the length of the ice. Gillis, he's going to come out to play it. He's going to find Daly right in the middle, but he turns it over to Brown. Brown, back pass there. Mahar wasn't quite there. So he turnaround shot. He fires that towards the goal. Goes off the side of the net now. Pound poking at it. Puck is cleared. Pound up the right side. Good job by Burke as he stays on side. Back pass from Spears. Spears takes a bump. Schufelt cycles it down deep. Now the Bulldogs back the other way here in transition. And over the line, Grant, he'll take a bump there from Armstrong. Burke back to help out, and he'll chip that off the wall. That's where the line change is going to help the Bulldogs. 2-on-1 down low. Opportunity shot there, and Brown whacked at it. He got a piece, but not enough to find the net. It's Kennedy down deep. Armstrong for the Penguins. He'll rim it around the far side. Good read there by Burke. He'll chip it free, and that goes off the bench. Otherwise, Rude was off to the races. Next home game for the Penguins, November 27th, right here at the East Hants Sportsplex. So official attendance 800 here. I rounded up a little bit because it makes it sound better, but you look in the crowd there in your camera, folks, and I don't think there's too much arguing going on there. It's another full house, so Wenzel now, shot there, Samara with the glove save, and he'll hang on once again here. 27-18, the shots on goal now in favor of the Penguins. And they're going to have an offensive zone face-off here. It's going to be Scullion. I'm not really sure. It looks like 18, Bryce Thompson from this angle. Face-off taken here by the Bulldogs. McDougall in behind his own goal. He's flushed out the one side by Wenzel. Chipped off the wall. Nice little play there. Down the right side. Thompson with a step shot there. Tried to go short side. Gillis took it away, and it's up into the netting and out of play. One thing I've noticed about this Bulldogs team, they're very smooth in transition. A lot of their opportunities have come here stepping up at the blue line or good first pass breakout, and in transition play has been the key so far for them. Unable to beat goaltender Gillis so far, though. Face-off one here by the Penguins. Puts it in behind. Rude. He's going to chip that off the wall. Scullion's going to find a step. He's got Wenzel back door. Scullion right side. Saucer pass. Too much sauce on the dinner as that one rolls all the way over into the far side. Now back the other way. Bulldogs trying to go in transition as we just spoke of. Cody Grant fires that in deep. Over to the left side for Wenzel. Wenzel finds his target right on the tape there of Rude. Rude down the right side, cuts the middle, opportunity, shot there, and oh, he just put it up over the net. Nice inside out. Little chip to himself into open ice. And when you're 6'30", you kind of have that opportunity to create that space. Now a nice pass out front. Wenzel couldn't pull the trigger as he was hooked up there and behind the play. And a good push there from the Penguins, but Samara up to the task here. 29 shots so far in the game. 25 saves according to my math. Face off to the glove side now of Samara. Marr wins it over for Hunter. Hunter back for Thompson. Thompson shot there into the breadbasket. Nobody in front, so no problem there for Samara. So we'll go right back where we started. Over to the right side for Kennedy on the breakout. He's going to get the red line. He's going to go cross-corner dump. That one's going to bounce right out front. I was just about to say these end boards pretty lively as that one will escape everybody. Icing waved off. And now we have a collision down there. And we're going to have some extracurricular activity here as Samara was ran into, but I think it was onto the wipeout. And now we have a bucket off, and it's Connor Baker in there. That's kind of the guy you want if that's the situation. Don't think it was intentional, though. Maybe I'm wrong. So they're both going to get the gate here. It's going to be Alex Saunders and Connor Baker. 2 minutes each for messing around after the whistle. So we'll stay 5-on-5, or yeah. Or no, we're going to go 4-on-4, I guess. Okay. More space. Always used to love 4-on-4. One less chance of me getting hit out there. Coincidental penalties. You can see they're up on the scoreboard. So face off. We're going to have a quick conversation with the officials, and now we're going to get one at the benches. We're not sure. The ref went over and got some water for his hand, maybe a cut, I would guess, or not really sure why else you would put water on the hand. But anyways, back to gameplay. Hunter around the top of the circle across for Speck Meek. Meek shot there. Samara follows that into the mitt, and he'll hang on with Marr in front. Local Devin Marr played 4 or 5 years with the Junior B Penguins here in East Hants, and he's going to stay home and play senior. And that's what I touched on earlier, folks. This is just another league and another opportunity to extend your hockey career. Some people want to focus on work or their career or school or whatever the case may be. So just another league to play in here. So very pumped to be bringing you guys this action here of this one. Ralph off the draw, the old sneak attack as he goes forward. Blunden able to poke that puck off his stick as he gets set up in behind his own goal. He's got Mahar swinging. Over to the right side is Baldwin. Baldwin now, he's going to work in. He gets the red line, now he'll get the blue. Noseworthy steps up. Baldwin dumps it in. Gillis got a stick on it there for a moment. Mahar, wraparound, couldn't handle the puck. 4-on-4 action continues here. Good switch up there, communication defensively. The Irish knows where he's going to come away with that puck. He'll carry. He'll go over the right side, and now he's going to look for the trail pass. He gets it, but it bounces over his stick. Now the Bulldogs looking to go back the other way. Ralph turned it over just inside the blue line. He'll spin around. He takes a little bit of a bump, but he's going to create some space. Cuts to the right side. Cedric Ralph back up top for Pound. Pound looking for Daly on the far side. Pound's going to leave it there for Noseworthy. He's going to work his way up top. 2:35 left to go here in the period. Daly, opportunity shot there. He pounds his own man. Always fun to use the name as part of the play. Now is Noseworthy, picks it up. He'll fire a hard pass across for Pound once again. On the left side, tees one up. No, he does not. He fakes it. Back door there, looking for Burke coming late from the bench. And now Anthem's back the other way. The big man in over the line. Drags, shoots there. That one was tipped and up and out of play and into the netting. And we'll have a whistle here. Shout out to all the players that jumped back into serious hockey after a few years off. I'm tired just watching, so. Burke wins that draw. Armstrong around to the far side. Schufelt couldn't handle it. This comes all the way into the neutral zone. Ansems across for his partner McDougall. McDougall fires a laser backside. That's going to go to Sam Grant. Rogers tries to throw a hit. Brown couldn't get the pass on the trailer. Schufelt, nice move. He's got 2-on-1 forming now with Burke. Schufelt left side. Ansems the lone defender backdoor Burke. Couldn't find the loose puck, and now we're going to have a penalty here, and it looks like it's going to go to the Bulldogs as the coincidental penalties expired. And it looks like it's going to go to number 21, Sam Grant. 2 minutes for hooking. And Grant, I guess him and Logan here, familiar with one another, and that's the beauty part of the hockey world. Minute 42, so the Penguins, barring a goal, will finish the period on the power play. 2 minutes for hooking for Grant, and the power play commences here for the Penguins. Spears works it back up top for Thompson. Everything will run through the QB. Right side, Burke, snipe on the far corner. 9 seconds into the power play, just as the announcer was explaining who the penalty was. Burke takes a pass from Thompson, and he fires one on the far side blocker, and it's 5-0 Penguins. Just a little bit of urgency there for the Penguins. They get it to the spot they want, and they just fire a shot towards the goal. Taylor Burke, also a name I'm very familiar with. Grew up with that family playing for the Hawks organization. Played with his older brother, Jordan. Also played against him, but we won't get into that. So 5-0 lead here for the Penguins. Another power play goal. There's a nice shot there from Grant off those lively end boards. And Gillis able to find it. So Burke from Thompson and Schufelt at 18:27 of the second period. Well, Spears will move it back for Thompson. Thompson spins around. He's going to get away from the forechecker. Spears takes a hit there from Grant. Spin around pass. Doesn't get it out though. Kyle now. He takes a bump. Spears runs into him. And now Spears is going to find that loose puck. He's going to find it and fire it across for Hunter. Hunter's got Parker going to the net. Lead pass there. Nice save. Samara. He had to be real sharp on that one. A nice lead pass there from Ty Hunter. It's a beautiful saucer. Just laid it into an area. He knew he wasn't going to have a direct pass for the one-timer, so he puts it into a spot where he can get the redirection. They're able to pull it off, but they can't beat Samara. It's a good save by him here on his 32nd shot of the game. So another offensive zone face-off here for the Penguins. Pound works to the middle. Little backhand saucer pass across for Daly. Daly to the net. Samara the save. Chipped free. Heads up there. Pound came through. He said, I'm good on the hit. I'll take the puck. Scullion up top. Daly down low. Rude works around the top of the circle. He's being pressed there by Ansems. Fires a bullet across for Pound. Pound dangerously at the blue line. Ran out of real estate, so he's going to come back into the neutral zone, and the Penguins will have to re-rack. Daly. Cross-ice pass. That'll find the stick of Rude. He's got Scullion. F3 heads up with the back checker back down to Rude. 7 seconds left to go. Maybe a chance for one last shot. One-time shot there in front. Wenzel looking for the tip. Couldn't get it. 4 seconds left to go here in the second period. Maybe one last shot here. If they can win a faceoff, they do. Comes all the way back to the point. Spins, fires towards the goal. And that one just missed, actually. And that's going to do it here for 40 minutes. A 5-0 lead for the hometown Penguins is where we stand. 34-20 the shots in favor of East Hants. We'll head to the intermission, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes' time. You're watching the Nova Scotia Senior Hockey League here on High Button Sports. We'll be right back.
Bulldogs 12 for a two-period total of 20.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Third period here from the Keith Miller Arena in Lance, Nova Scotia. The Penguins lead the Bulldogs 5-0 here heading into the final 20 minutes. Potential final 20 minutes. Don't want to get ahead of anybody here. The shots on goal heading into the final frame, 34-20 in favor of the Penguins, who, as previously mentioned, are leading 5-0. So, 20 minutes up on the board. Final player for the Penguins making his way out of the tunnel over there once he gets through the large crowd of kids. Both teams getting lined up here at center ice. Once again, like to thank those who served and continue to serve here on this Remembrance Day. Without their sacrifices, this beautiful game of hockey probably isn't going to be played. So 20 minutes on the board. We're ready to go here now, and the puck is down. Face-off won by the Bulldogs, but they're going to fire it back down in their own zone. Rude. And on the forecheck, had to dodge his own teammate there, was Wenzel. Still get the start here in the third with Scullion. Back up top. Pound. Fires it in deep, knocked down by Blunden. Great hand-eye coordination there is now Grant. He'll fire it over to the far side. Kennedy. Or sorry, that was Fitzgerald. Now Gillis. He'll come out to play it, and he'll loft that one back out in the neutral zone, and Blunden's going to say, nope, you can have it back, as he fires it right back in. Daly got tangled up with Grant as they play swords there for a minute. It's Pound looking out for the commentator up here, didn't drill one up into the scaffolding, and now back the other way. Fitzgerald, one-on-one, he's got a man coming in, Mahar. Mahar couldn't get the puck as a great defensive play down there from Daly, gets a stick in the lane. Kennedy now, that's Brad Kennedy. Dumps it in. Thompson partners it across for Daly. Daly couldn't handle it off the end wall. Back for Kennedy. He's got a man going to the back door. He gets it there, and they score. But the net was off the pegs, so they're going to have a quick talk about this one. But on the back door there was Cal McPherson, and if it stands, it'll be a 5-1 hockey game on their 21st shot of the game, and it looks like it is going to count. I guess the net came off before. So you got to get one. As also an official there, Aaron Brown, just letting the ref know that it was going in, so I think it was the right call, and now we're at a 5-1 hockey game. Like I said earlier, this game not quite over yet. You can't count this Bulldogs team out. Marr in behind his own goal now. He'll reverse it back the other way. Speck Meek up for Baker. Baker, he'll carry. He's going to get the red line and get it in deep. Took the extra step, and that one bounces off the end wall, and that's going to land on the goalie, Samara, who's not going to take any chances here. The face-off to the right side of Samara now. Burke and Thompson on the draw. Spears and Grant. Oh. Quick off the draw, so they had to reset. Now as Burke will cycle it in deep. Spears takes on Fougier. Fougier got it there for McDougall. McDougall up the right side for Grant. Grant cross-ice pass onto the stick of Thompson. Thompson got a man with them, and a grounder to shortstop, and Gillis will field it cleanly, and he'll cover up. So there it is, the free round of golf. Karen Hookshorst is what I thought I heard. Season ticket holder on a power play goal gets a chance to win a free round of golf. Pretty good little promotion there. Might go buy some myself. Works back now. Thompson over to the right side. That one was chipped deep. No icing. Samara out to play it there, and he almost took Liney's head off. It's at the half wall. Tangled up. Spears. He'll take a bump. Ansems couldn't hang on long enough to make a play as it's pushed back inside the zone. Baldwin off the glass and out through the middle of the ice. Grant, nice backhand pass. He's got Thompson who's wheeling in over the line. 1-on-2. He's going to loft that one towards Gillis. Whacks that over to the left side. Thompson took a whack down there, and he's laboring a little bit, but he'll stay on. Burke softly around. Down there in the corner is Schufelt. He'll work out of the corner now. Cuts in front of his own goal. He's being funneled up the one side, so he elects to fire it out into the neutral zone, but now he's going to get the return here, and he's going to have a little bit of speed. Schufelt Down the left side, he's got a step on Anthem. Drags to the net there, tried to go short side. He put it into the net, but the wrong one, as that one's up and out of play. We're fun to be a part of the inaugural season here of the Senior Hockey League. Something that we've needed for a long time, in my opinion. Let's keep the homegrown talent here for a few more years at least. Back to the point, Pike, fake shot. I don't know if it was on purpose, but it did work out there for a moment, and now it's going to be lofted out to center. Armstrong, the last man back. He'll carry it all the way back down into his zone. Fires it across for Ralph. Ralph, some of the quickest first steps you'll see. Nosey over on the far side. He'll draw the defense out. Stopped in behind the goal now is Pike. Tyler Pike reverses it back for Armstrong. Armstrong lofts one through the middle. That one's going to get on, not onto the goal, and that's going to be an icing. The Penguins won't be able to change here, but the Bulldogs are going to switch up the forward unit. The face-off to the left side of Gillis. One by the Penguins, but picked up here by the Bulldogs. Into the slot there. Shot was blocked. It goes up in behind the goal. Pike in on Kennedy. Kennedy works around to the top. London now. He's going to fire one. That was blocked. Tipped. Redirected in front. Still loose. Over to the right side now. Noseworthy can't handle. Kennedy poked that off his stick. Backed up to the left point. Opportunity now for Saunders. Saunders a shot, and that'll be smothered up by Gillis. Now, one thing of note here, folks, I've noticed now, and I might be late to the party, but no Barrett decision. Don't see him on the bench. Haven't seen him on the ice in a couple shifts. So hopefully he's all right. Oh, front now opportunity. Nice save, Gillis, with a reactionary save. Just getting a piece of that. Penguins on their heels a little bit here. It's Kennedy fires it in deep. He's going to get the return, as that wasn't able to be exited out of the zone. Wenzel up to Scullion. Rude will have to stay on side here. Scullion in over the line on the left side. He'll stop up, waits for the trailer. Works around the first defender. Over to the right side for Pound. Pound drags, cuts back down low. Rude returns the favor. Pound near, that was dangerous. Brown read it, but wasn't able to find the puck. Pound opportunity, shot there, and a save made. Samara. Blocker side was taken away, and that was gloved down there in a hurry. Shot number 35 here. 35-25 now for the Penguins are the shot totals. Maher, Hunter, and Baker out here for the Penguins. Away goes McDougall. He's going to fire a stretch pass up the left side. Picked up by Parsons. He fires that. It was off a stick and goes out of play, so the faceoff will remain inside the East Hants zone. So 4.5 minutes here into this third period. The Bulldogs will get a full sail change in. It'll be Maher and Thompson on the draw. Fougier activating from the point on the faceoff. Maher throws a hit. Jake Kyle looking for that loose puck as they pile up on the half wall now. Pound in to help out as well. Maher pokes it free, and he's going to head north. Maher over to the right side for Hunter. Hunter walks in. He's going to find Baker on the left side. Baker shot there on the blocker side. That one goes wide and off the wall. Hunter, he takes a hit there. McDougall had his number, so he eased off just a little bit, but that's going to be sent up the ice now. Kyle stops up, hits the trailer. Grant shot there into the breadbasket of Gillis. Reverse now. Hunter's going to work back inside his own zone. He'll loop back underneath the circle. Now he's going to carry it up north. Hunter on the right side. He'll cut back into the middle. Nice move, Ty. Hunter almost got free there. He was almost off to the races. Just one more inch, and he was in behind as Thompson showing off that lateral footwork there in his edges. It's going to come all the way up the right side. Burke picks it up. He's going to fire through the middle. Drop pass there for Spears. Good try there by Schufelt. Now that centering pass is going to be picked off. Spears couldn't hang on. Maher couldn't find it either. Chipped into the middle of the ice. Burke. He'll work up the left side. Good job by Schufelt to pick it up. He's going to walk in. Goes for the shot. Tries to go backdoor for Spears. He had an opportunity to rip it, and I think he's regretting trying to pass now. as Anthems fires that off the wall. Thompson understands the angles. He picked that up cleanly. Spears communicating well as Burke picks it up. He takes a bump. Into help out now. Couldn't get it free. Tangled up now is Anthems. He's going to find Grant on the far side, who lofting a pass over to there as he comes through underneath for support. Andy Ganesh, good heads up there by Blunden at the bench. He touches that, and that's too many men, but good awareness over there. I used to like ripping the puck at the team's bench there that was changing. Trying to grease a penalty out of the way, but Blunden will carry. He's going to use the glass, and he'll get it in deep, and he'll continue in on the forecheck. He'll finish his check, but Pike able to get the puck back to the right side. Kennedy, he's knocked down by Rogers. Shot coming towards the goal was tipped in front, saved by Gillis. Back out front of the slot, bouncing puck goes over the stick of Kennedy. Noseworthy picks it up. He's going to fire a bullet pass over to Mikhail Parker. In all alone to the backhand. 5-hole scores. What a feed, what a finish. As Mikhail Parker made Samara bite on the first move and slides it backhand 5-hole. And just a great feed there from Noseworthy. He's going to pick up his 3rd point of the game. And just like that, the Penguins regain their 5-goal lead. So that pass had to be perfect, and it was. And what a move there from Mikhail Parker. Nice partner pass across for Rogers. Up the right side for Noseworthy. He's going to chip that just inside the line. Back forward is Fougier for the Bulldogs. He chips it around the far side. Now is McDougall. McDougall reverses it back for Fougier. Fougier back to McDougall on the right side. Nice feed through the middle for Brown. Brown up the left side. He's going to have a step here. Rogers stops up. He continues on. Rogers blows the tire into the middle of the ice. Back door there for Kennedy. Couldn't get it to go. So Parker from Noseworthy and Rogers. Nice move there. Ralph down the left side. He looks. He tries to find his man. Drag shot there. Oh, and he just missed. On a great drag and release shot. Just as the defender laid down to block that, he pulls it back. But he fires it up and out of play. 36-27 the shots now. 5-goal lead regained here by the Penguins. Face off one cleanly by the Penguins. The shot there was tipped in front, and Samara will grab it, and he's just going to fire it in the corner. And this song playing here by the DJ will bring you back. If you're a Mooseheads fan in the last 20 or 30 years, you'll recognize that song too. The Bulldogs back the other way. Spin around pass to the trailer. Couldn't get it by Scullion. Up the left side, Wenzel. Wenzel enters the zone. He'll fire it back for Scullion. Scullion, nice move. Reverses, he finds Daly. Daly, right point, shot, that was blocked. What a block there from Ryan Kennedy, just fearless stuff. A big hit thrown down there as Daly is erased, and the Bulldogs are going to go back the other way, 4-on-2, and no. It looks like Ryan Kennedy shaken up there after that hit as he goes limping off to the bench. So that puck will come free. Rude through the neutral zone. He's got Scullion with him. Rude, 1-on-3. Uses that reach, puts it under the stick. In behind the goal now as he hangs on. Out front there, couldn't get it to go. Now it's going to be picked up here by Fitzgerald. Back the other way goes the Bulldogs. And over the blue line, stopped up, looking for the trailer. They'll find him. Shot coming, blocker save, rebound loose in the high slot. Grant runs into Wenzel. 2 big bodies colliding, but he'll stay on. And through the crease, dangerously loose. Nice save, Gillis, as he got back into position. As now Rude's going to go back the other way. He's just going to fire that in. It's going to bounce right out front. Samara knew. Scully and Rude will both head for a change, and the Penguins will get fresh legs here as Blunden picks it up. He fakes to the backhand. He'll carry on the left side. The big man will continue on as he chips it in the zone. Speck Meek ran into Blunden. That's going to be pushed up the left side. Schufelt. He can boogie. Good drag there by Burke. Thompson now tries to find Burke there, and he just dodged the goaltender. Looked offside from here, but the official has better eyesight than me probably. The left side, Brown. Burke to the backhand. Shot there, he scores the old sneak attack. As Burke will pick up his 2nd of the game and 4th of the season. And just like that, the Penguins lead by 6. And sometimes you don't need the perfect shot, folks. You just need to get it off at the right time. And we're going to have a goaltender change here as Bryson Uberoy He's going to make his way into the net. So Burke able to get that shot off. It didn't look like he was in a good position to get the puck to the net, but I think it surprised Samara there. So it's 7-1 Penguins now. As McDougall loops back. Samara, the old neutral zone block shot. Don't see that too often. Down to one knee to keep that in. So Burke, unassisted. At 9:27 here in the third period. Nice drop pass there. Kennedy walks in, shot there. Gillis makes the save, and he will hang on. 10-12 left to go here now in the third period. Once again, thank you all for joining us here. We're going to have a quick TV timeout as the ice crew comes out, so we'll step aside here for just a moment, and we'll be back after the TV timeout. All right, that'll do it for the TV timeout. We're back. TV timeout to me is to give everybody at home a chance to not listen to me talk for a couple seconds. Well, the face-off is going to be in the east-hand zone here to the left side of goaltender Brian Gillis. One of the best goalies to come from this area, making his senior debut at home this season. Shot is blocked. Kennedy holds the line. Poked off his stick, though. Fougier will find that loose puck. Got it around Hunter. Back to collect now is Connor Rogers. My old D partner in beer league. Fun fact for you. Maybe not as fun once I said it out loud, but Hunter couldn't handle the outlet pass. Brown tangled up. Hunter steals it, and that's going to be just offside inside the line. And the whistle's going to go here. The faceoff's going to come back out here into the neutral zone area. So Meyer, Baker, and Hunter with Rogers and Armstrong. Now Armstrong will take that partner pass across for Rogers, and he's going to fire that one on. And why not test the new Tendy, right? Fire one in from anywhere, see what happens. At least get yourself an offensive zone faceoff. Bryson Uberoy from Upper Tantall in Nova Scotia. Spent some time in the MHL as well as the NSJHL. Now as Rogers will take a shot, that's going to go low blocker side, and Uberoy no problem with that one as he kicks it aside. Back the other way. Chipped into the middle. Grant looking for that loose puck. It's in his feet. He's tangled up with Rogers down there. And now they're going to cross-check in front. Rogers battling, cycled down low by the Bulldogs. Jake Kyle out front, whacking at it, can't get it to go. Noseworthy will send Ralph back the other way. Ralph, left side, he'll drive to the net, backhand, couldn't get it up as Anthem's back. Second time, Noseworthy sprung his weak side winger there with a breakaway pass. As Cody Grant tees one up, he wasn't able to find the goal. Noseworthy coming through, he'll throw a hit. As he throws an extra one there, and something firing him up down there. Mahar in behind the goal now. He spins around looking for the backdoor pass. It gets by everybody, and that's going to come all the way over to the neutral zone. Blunden, the man back here for the Bulldogs. Penguins trying to complete a change here, so Blunden will have some space. Over to the left side now for Saunders. Saunders carries it, centers off his own player's skate as Fitzgerald got bumped. Daly chips that off the wall. That's going to get by everybody, and that's going to go all the way down the ice here. Icing waved off. 8 minutes, 7 seconds left to go here in the final frame. Blunden across for Saunders. Saunders with the stretch. It's going to be touched up there by Fitzgerald. Icing waved off. Gillis out to play it. He wraps it around the wall. Picked up by Wenzel. Wenzel through the middle of the ice. That's Pound with Scullion and Rude. Pound over to the right side for Rude. Rude shot there. Uberoi the save. Rude picks up the rebound. Back for Thompson. Thompson turns, fires into the breadbasket there of Uberoi, who's being thrusted into action here and tested early. He was out at the top of the crease to challenge that shooter. He knew his defenders had the two weak side players all tied up, so that gave him an opportunity to come out and challenge that shooter. Burke won that draw. They had the set play going, but they weren't able to get it to Schufelt, so the puck is lofted out into the neutral zone. Speck-Meek back for it. He'll fire a cross-ice pass. McDougall, good read, stepped up, but he's going to be offside as his player, Parsons, got caught in behind the play, so the faceoff's going to come back out here in the neutral zone. I was doing my game notes last night for this game and realized how many players I either knew or recognized from this league, so lots of talent around here in Nova Scotia. It's this Northumberland Division matchup here from the Igloo. Worked into the middle. Brown coming in late, but it's Thompson. He's going to find a lane now. Will Thompson down the right side. He drops it for Spears. Spears didn't like what he saw, so he hangs on. Pushed up against the wall there by Fougier. Good job there. Stretch pass. Off the feet of Brown. That's going to be delayed offside, and it's going to be picked off now. Brown, good steal. Not sure where that Bulldogs player was at, but he got caught in the offensive zone, and that forced Brown to loop back through the neutral zone. Over to the right side, Burke. Nice touch pass there for Schufelt. Schufelt got around McDougall. Shot there. That one goes high and wide. Schufelt will stay on that loose puck. He was unable to come away with it, though. As Burke blew a tire, was tripped up regardless. Down to the ice he goes. As Kennedy now. Being pressed there by Schufelt. Brown, good job to pick that up on the backhand. He's going to loop back down inside his own zone now. Fired across for Fougier. Fougier tried to one-touch it up, but it's turned over. Burke down low. Spears finds Armstrong. Armstrong across for Schufelt. Great play defensively there by Brown. Schufelt towards the front of the goal. Not a bad play ever. And you can ask any coach in the game. He's going to be lofted up into the neutral zone. Heads up. Brown pokes that free. He's going to have a step as he gets in behind Armstrong. Cutback move. Waiting for some support, but the Bulldogs are completing a change way behind the play. Kennedy now will find it. He's going to fire towards the goal. Gillis grabs that on the backhand, and he looked to play it. Got to get home, get the kids fed. So a face-off down in the Penguin zone here. So the Penguins looking to cruise into the finish of this game and improve their record to 4-0. That one's going to be up off the glass. Ooh, Baldwin. Fancy hands there as he's able to hold the line. Now Baker will move it up the right side for Hunter. Hunter, nice move under the stick. Goes back door to Marr. And couldn't get it to go now as Baker. He'll throw a hit, but Baldwin able to get out of the way there. Poked free. In over the line, and that's going to be offside just at the offensive blue line. The faceoff's going to come out in the neutral zone here, just in front of the Penguins bench. Marr and Mahar on the draw. Try and rip that one out a few times fast, that area. Ansems fires it in on goal. Gillis not going to cover it up. He'll leave it there for Pike. Pike is going to send that the length of the ice. Hunter in a foot race with it. Icing waved off. Hunter will ease off there in an attempt not to snow the goaltender. Some of the East Hants faithful heading for the exits here now. There'll be a traffic jam in the Rotary just next door here if you don't get out early. Primo parking spaces. You got to get here almost an hour before the game to pick up a spot. Hunter takes a whack there off the draw. He's able to get it back to the point. Pound fires one. Uberoy, the blocker save as that one goes all the way over to the far side. Fitzgerald lofts one up and over. Pound fires it back for Baker. Baker through the middle for Hunter. He's going to poke it around everybody. Now he's going to try and find a loose puck. Ansems gets in the way, but Hunter stays on it. Baker in to help out, but Ansems once again comes away with that puck. Grant, nice one-touch back now for Baldwin. Baldwin through the middle of the ice for Fitzgerald, right on the tape. He's got Mahar with him, and now that's going to be offside, and Mahar not happy with that as he shows his frustration, ripping that puck off the wall, but Andy Ganesh was looking for an odd man rush there, and they just go in offside. Transition game, great. Just can't seem to get anything going here past Gillis. They got 32 shots to speak of. Partnered right across right away, Blunden. He's just going to fire that on net. Gillis is going to play it with the glove. He'll fire it up the left side, basically a third defenseman back there. Saucer pass, Cody Grant able to get a stick on that. Now it's poke free. Ralph can't find it. It's poked away now by Brad Kennedy. Out to the blue line now. Saunders lofts it back down inside the Penguin zone. 4.5 left to go here in this third period. Left side. Pound. Noseworthy making sure he doesn't hit his old buddy up here, so he wasn't able to get it in deep as him and Grant get tangled up. Really cool spot to be at up here because you're really right in the game, so you're able to hear pretty well everything that's said. As Ralph couldn't handle that, now is Thompson back the other way. Thompson tried to flick it up and over. Noseworthy and Grant get tangled up there, and they're going to have some pushing and shoving. Down the right side, one-time shot there, they score. Cedric Ralph. And now Grant wants another piece of Noseworthy. So it's 8-1 Penguins now. I was watching the little bit of a skirmish in behind the play and almost missed that goal, but Ralph absolutely rips one top blocker. And I did get to read lips there for a moment. I won't tell you everything that's said, but actually I'm not going to tell you anything. All I know is those two got tangled up in behind the play. So 8-1 lead now on a rip from Ralph. And that brought the fans to their feet maybe just one last time here, but we'll see. Still 3.5 left to go. Nice one touch there on the left side. Wenzel. Tied up there. Body's starting to fly here. Nice pass there from Brown. Eyes on the back of his head. Finds Kennedy. So Noseworthy will pick up his 4th point of the game. Scullion in over the line. Fires that cross ice for Rude, who leaves it there for Wenzel, but Wenzel wasn't able to collect. Back for Thompson. Thompson inside his own blue line as he works back towards the top of the circles. Cross for Speck Meek. Across for Scullion. Scullion walks in over the line. He's going to fire that back post to Wenzel. Shot there. Nice save, Uberoy. What a feed there from Jimmy Scullion. Vision off the charts there on that one. Another shot coming. Uberoy makes the save, and now Scullion's going to take a bunch of bumps in front and heads up now. Late in this game, a fight I think is a suspension. Scullion was just kind of in the crease area there trying to pick up his stick, but listen, rightfully so. Anybody near the crease at that point, you don't really care what for. You're just trying to get him out of there, so. We'll have a whistle here. 2:44, the crowd wants a fight. But I don't think they're going to get one now, maybe. So we're going to have a face-off in the neutral zone here in front of the Bulldogs bench. Burke won the face-off for a moment, but he wasn't able to corral long enough to make a play, so Baldwin will pick it up here for the Bulldogs. Right side for Grant. Left side for Mahar. Mahar had Rogers. Rogers, you could see his eyes light up from Enfield. He's looking for that big hit. Just got a piece of him enough to slow things down. Now is Spears. Nice little touch pass there for Rogers. Rogers left it there for Burke. Little miscommunication, but it's going to be Rogers who comes away with it. He's got Schufelt with him. Rogers, he's going to work down the right side. Connor Rogers working in. Ansems gets a stick on him. Rogers Pinned up against the sidewall. Good job by Anthems there. Doesn't always have to be the big hit, just sometimes you have to contain. That'll allow them to get possession here. Mahara across for Baldwin. Baldwin lofts one through the neutral zone. Grant had to wait for it. He's got a man going, and Fitzgerald. Grant shot there, and a stick in the lane is going to send that one up into the netting. And now Rogers and Grant. So 1:53 left to go here. The Penguins will collect off the faceoff. Scullion tried to send Rude in behind. Rude and Anthems might be the two tallest guys on the ice right now. As Scullion throws it back out into the neutral zone, tried to dupe the ref here, but it's going to be whistled down. The faceoff just in front of us here. So Daly works it back. He's just going to try and kill the clock here. Pound, cross for Daly. Daly's got Wenzel open on the far side. Rude came across to help out, but the puck bounces away from him. Baldwin through the middle. That was actually a perfect saucer, just nobody home there. Scullion will pick it up now on the right side, cuts into the middle, protects the puck, now an opportunity to shoot, and he will. Oh, and a nice save, Uberoy, with the stick there. Scullion was looking to go short side. Play there, work back upside. His teammate was already heading to the bench there, so nobody was home. So we're into the final minute of play here in the third period. Carried up ice here by Pound. Pound over the red line and in deep. Marr will get in on the forecheck against Anthems. Marr not happy with Anthems holding the stick there. I don't think he was trying to because Anthems looked a little rattled himself. Now it's Spec Meek back the other way, but it's Sam Grant in there. He flies in, centering pass there and couldn't find Parsons. Marr. It's Hunter now. Parsons is going to go after him. And now absolutely jumps Hunter. And now Hunter's just going to take him down. 21 seconds left. And Hunter holds his own as he'll get the takedown. And now Baker's going to give some words here. He's not going to be happy about that. As Parsons taking his frustrations out on Hunter here. And he loses his visor in the meantime. And he's going to try and get back at him, but the line's been doing a good job. Now Parsons will get the gate. And Baker, as Parsons trying to go back at him. The official keeping him away as some rough stuff to finish here. Well, Hunter wasn't trying to drop the gloves there, but sometimes you're forced into a corner and you got to protect yourself there, so. Gear will be picked up and it's going to head back over to the benches here. 21.2 seconds left. So Pound, outside of your screen, Pound and Ralph are going to head to the dressing room. Just trying to get a listen in here. I don't think he said it would be a fight, but I guess we'll have to wait to see the report. But anyways, regardless of all that, the Penguins 21 seconds away from keeping their undefeated streak alive here. So it's going to be 5-on-4 for the Penguins. Kyle McPherson, the poor guy that has to serve that penalty here for 21 seconds. Always a tough one to do. A face-off in the Bulldog zone, and Kennedy's going to whack Scullion here. And they're going to have some words. And now we're going to have a little sword fight here at the center ice, just trying to get the puck down here. Back now, Grant is going to poke at Scullion. Scullion said he's ready to go. And that's going to potentially kill the clock out here. And they're just going to eat it behind the net here, and that's going to do it. The East Hants Penguins remain perfect here with an 8-1 victory here on home ice. 31 saves for Brian Gillis. And they'll pump their record to 3-0 here now. 47-32, the final shots on goal. Remembrance Day matchup is one that the Penguins will remember and the Bulldogs will try and forget. And once again, from everyone here at High Button Sports, we thank you very much for tuning in. The crowd is going to get the salute here from the home team. On a sold-out barn once again. Penguins 8, Bulldogs 1, and that's going to conclude our coverage here of this one. We thank you very much for tuning in, and we once again thank everybody who serves and protects this country. My name is Matt Dooley for High Button Sports, signing off. We'll see you at the next one.